And then it happens. Sinclair breaks the cardinal rule. He snaps a left jab to Leonard's left eye. Put simply, he got cute.
I sort of went into a trance because left jab did connect my left eye, and it was, I guess, what you call a flashback, because I started to concentrate, and I really want the exhibition to get as physical, but again, I'm a professional athlete, I'm a professional fighter. That's my job, and my intentions is to defeat. For just that few seconds, I want to defeat Steve.
Hello! This has happened to just about everyone who has sparred. You agree to a light spar, one guy starts getting touched, thus increases his speed to compensate, but in the moment we forget. Our power is the speed at which we execute technique. Naturally, even though we were just looking to brush up on our instincts, timing, technique, boom! One guy ends up whipping a shot that hit a little too hard, but you don't feel like backing down. You don't say anything, but you both start to feel it. You both start whipping shots, faster and faster, hitting each other harder and harder. There comes a moment of eye contact where you both realize you both have your competitive spirits invested in the spar. It's no longer a light spar. It's become a fight. That's kind of what happened with this British amateur boxer. He started getting a little cocky, or as the commentator said, cute versus the all-time great Sugar Ray Leonard. Clipping him with some serious intent, it was a foolish decision because at that moment the unspoken contract of the friendly exhibition had been shattered. It had to be tempting though. How many times have I seen an arrogant newcomer feel like testing someone who's supposedly far beyond their level? I mean, they can't be that much better, right? What's so special about this guy? I'm actually landing blow for blow. What's the big deal? Pop, haha, oh man, that was a sweet ego rush. He's not that big. He's not that tough. Pop, pop, come on, big guy, you aren't that big of a deal. Boom! And the lights just go out. It's unfortunate, but due to an initial lack of self-awareness, many of us get humbled the hard way. It happens. Now, for another question. What makes Sugar Ray Leonard so special?
I pursued boxing because I was such a little shrimp and such a non-athlete. It was more mental than just physical. It's all about having everything in sync to perform at the highest. Your mind and your body and your spirit must all connect to get the best results. I knew before the fight began if I was going to win or lose. I knew that in the dressing room. If I saw Ray Leonard, then it's going to be a rough night. And if I saw Sugar Ray Leonard, I can beat Mike Tyson.
Called emotional content. And for me, that's when I succeeded.
For Leonard, he attributes his excellence not to any physical talent. He actually believes he doesn't have any. When he reached his world breaker status, the difference was between whether or not he was Ray Leonard or Sugar Ray Leonard. When you hear him say that, you innately have a feel for what he feels when he says sugar. He's a different person. He's overtaken with a different style or swagger in the way he carries himself. It's a state where everything, body, mind, his spirit, they're all one. For Tyson Fury, he calls this the feel-good factor.
My style is all about feel-good factor. I just need to be myself.
That ability to move on instinct with what you have trained for the moment. You know it when you see it. It has a completely different energy. There's a charisma to every action taken, that style or flow, that authentic expression. It may not be fully understood, but it is fully felt. You know when something is special, when it is We often observe others attempt to emulate it only to have the reverse effect. After all, the method can always be learned, but that's not what made one special. In an attempt to copy the method, we must know an imitation can never encapsulate the same tier of power possessed by the original. If anything, that delusion is a trick of the mind. Insecurity, attempting to pull the supreme status emanating from authentic expression, all for ourselves. After all, it's terrifying. Imagining expressing that state of zero filter where everything is connected, everything comes out as is. One misstep may lead to a sea of judgment, which is actually the case, even in the beautiful way this all-time great moved. In the moment, he made a lot of decisions that could be seen as not technically sound at times, sacrificing his form carried off by his flow. As fluid as he may have been, his style was far from what a scientist would call perfect. Maybe, for that same reason though, it was dangerous and beautiful all the same. What made Sugar special was not that he was perfect. No one is. Nothing is. Instead, he stood against the conformist will of our punny human condition by honestly expressing himself. That takes a level of courage not many people have. But that's who Sugar was, in his entirety, who he truly was. That unstifled emanation where no thought, doubt, or negativity stifled his mental state. Thus, naturally, even the imperfections all emanated out, honestly. That's what we try to copy when we see something special. It's not the method. It's that feeling. We want it for ourselves. That space where our soul, too, can finally stretch from its confinement. Unfortunately, though, that is but a mere fleeting taste of the real thing. You cannot copy the soul. No one can. But why do you have to? Even if your feathers ruffle out a little different, does that same magic not exist in you all the same? That's what you were yearning for. When you saw Sugar move, it wasn't his techniques. It was that soul.